22% of cats. But since May in 2009, the AWL has saved the life of every healthy, friendly Gold Coast cat and dog. We have achieved a zero euthanasia policy of healthy and social Gold Coast cats and dogs. This is a first in Australia. Okay, for a shelter that cares for all the animals in a large city. So since 2009, we haven't euthanized any healthy animals. So and we're very, very proud of that fact. So did you know, as I mentioned earlier on, we receive no government funding for our welfare work. Our doors are always open for any animal in need. All animals are desexed, microchipped, vaccinated and wormed before they are made available for adoption, and no time limit for animals. They stay as long as it takes to find a home. They're our main core focuses, beliefs, and that's how we operate by. So rehoming programs. Various programs do exist to assist the rehoming process and enrich the lives of our shelter animals. These include golden nodings programs, enrichment programs, foster care program, and Pet of the Week program. Okay, and we're about to go through those a little bit. Rehoming. We have one of the highest rehoming rates in Australia compared to other shelters. Pre-adoption interviews are carried out to match pets to the owner's lifestyle and to foster responsible pet ownership. This is really important. We have a lot of people that come through. We may have an 80-year-old man that's going, look, I've had Dobermans all my life. Well, okay, that was fair enough when you were 20 years old, but you're now 80, you know, and a Doberman is not the most suitable dog. If we had a Doberman and he wanted to adopt it, we would certainly try and talk him out of it. But if he was really looking at that Doberman, then it'd be up to the staff to assess the situation. We also have scenarios, for example, a retiree couple that might come through and say, we can't have a big dog anymore, let's get a little dog. Oh, let's get that Jack Russell. Now, if anyone knows what a Jack Russell's like, they're little spark plugs, and they are just absolute bundles of energy, and they won't stop. And so for some retiree couples, they might just go, listen, I can't handle it. They're looking for this nice lap dog, and Jack Russell is not a lap dog. So. And all animals are checked for rehoming suitability, which I've already touched on earlier on, so I won't go through that again. Golden Notice program. Okay, so this, I'll let you read through that. Golden Notice program is basically where we have a dog that is over 8 years old, or a cat, sorry, I should say, that is over 8 years old, that needs to be rehomed, and they're really, really suitable for people that have a low energy lifestyle. And so we take those dogs and cats in and we look for homes for them and for a place for them to be able to live out the rest of their lives in dignity. So that's our Golden Notice program at its core. Enrichment program. So 3 times a week we have some volunteers that will take our dogs down to the beach. They get to run around, play, jump, be dogs. Cats don't go down there, of course, because they would just go, "Ooh, see you later, I'm out of here." But we take the dogs down there. We also have 3 quite large exercise yards, and we aim to give every dog a bare minimum of 20 minutes every day in the exercise yard. And in those exercise yards, to a degree, they can do whatever they want. And dogs will let you know what they want to do. If they want to play, they'll come and grab a ball. There's plenty of toys in there. They'll go and grab a ball or a throw ring, and they'll bring it over to you and hit you with it and just say, come on, let's go. If they want to be patted, they'll sit down, they get their cuddles. Some dogs, they know there's a brush in one of the baskets there. They'll go over and point to the basket as if to say, come on, brush me. They'll let you know what they want to do. Foster care program. There are a number of reasons why people might actually foster an animal. One is disease control. For example, we might have a cat with cat flu or a dog with kennel cough, and they might go out for a period of time to be fostered. As I mentioned earlier on, we also have some animals that come through that have personality issues, sometimes from poor previous circumstances, such as they may have been from an abusive background, or they have been with one person all their life and they have no sociability, and they just need that time with a foster carer to spend that time with them, show them it's okay to accept another person, to socialise them with other members and bring them out of the shelter before they go out to be rehomed. And also sometimes we have adult parent dogs and cats with puppies and kittens. And they need that time to be able to, before the puppies and kittens are weaned from the animal, from the adult, so there's that period of time as well. And as it mentions at the bottom, everything is provided for the foster carer: food, bedding, toys, and so on. Pet of the Week program, I'll let you read through all of that yourself. Pet of the Week program is basically where we have an animal that will sit there for a period of time, and for some reason they'll just be looked over, such as Hugo. Hugo was a fantastic boy, but because he was a greyhound, people didn't really pay much attention to him. Pet of the Week, we feature him, we offer him for a discounted rate, and people can see what a great guy he is. So it's basically just shining a spotlight on that particular animal. Okay, so here's some of the other important points. Community initiatives. Ending euthanasia of healthy pets. Healthy pets means ending overpopulation of unwanted dogs. The main reason for cat and dog overpopulation is that people fail to desex pets. And the Animal Welfare League of Queensland is raising community awareness about the need for early age desexing through education and low-cost desexing programs. I'll talk about this in a minute, but one of our arms of the Animal Welfare League Queensland is actually the National Desexing Network, which we offer discounted sexing in the desexing in the month of July, which helps to go out there into the community and people to get their pets desexed at a budget rate, because some people turn around and they say, look, I just can't afford that when they go to their regular vet, and so we also try to help, reduce the cost so that people are able to afford these things. And also, one of the points I want to make also is that when people fail to desex their pets, sometimes it'll also cause behavioural issues that can also drive surrenders. For example, somebody may have a male dog who can smell a female dog who is in season down the road, and all of a sudden their male dog's trying to jump the fence or chew his way through the fence or starts acting out crazy because he's trying to get to the female dog, and what ends up happening is that the owner goes, well, my dog has a behavioural issue, I don't like my dog anymore, and wants to surrender it. Well, it's actually no fault of the dog. If the owner had actually desexed, it wouldn't have been an issue. So these are some of the things that we look at as well, and these are part of the community awareness that we try to drive. We've also got the Desexing Fund, which helps to assist people to be able to afford the desexing. Last Litter Fund, and this is where somebody may have had a dog and that's had a litter and they've decided they're going to surrender, and we will usually offers the litter of kittens or puppies, and we will offer a voucher for a free desexing so that their dog won't have any more unwanted puppies or kittens. And the National Desexing Network, which I mentioned earlier on as well. So as I mentioned, I have all these printouts, so you can read it at your leisure at a later time. National Desexing Month of July, which I mentioned earlier on. I hope you like the posters. They're quite comical. And as I mentioned, I won't go over it again, I've already mentioned what we're doing there. Public Services Legacy Program. This is where someone may be, well, let's face it, they're in the twilight years, and they say, I don't have, my pet is going to outlive me. And so what they do is they can actually will their pet to us, and when their pet comes to us, we rehome. Okay, so that's the Legacy Program. Community Veterinary Clinic. As I mentioned, we have two community veterinary clinics, which is Gold Coast and Ipswich. As I mentioned earlier on, the funds from the veterinary clinics go back into the Animal Welfare League to help fund our shelters. We also offer discounted veterinary care, and we, as a second point, is no animal suffering pain is turned away from our clinics with treatment given regardless of the owner's capacity to pay, and that's really vital for us as well. If you imagine a retiree who is on a pension, who their kids are no longer around, and their animal is their world, and all of a sudden something happens to their animal and they're unable to pay for ordinary veterinary care, they can bring it to us and we'll care for their animal regardless of whether or not they can pay. We can talk about payment plans if need be or whatever, but we won't turn them away. And all proceeds go back into the shelter. Sorry about that, I'm getting a little bit dry up here. Through our rehoming programs, community awareness initiatives and public services, we are seeking to protect and enrich the lives of companion animals. In doing so, we are also protecting and enriching the Gold Coast community. And that's us.